what do you think Jesus would have said if somebody would have came up to him with the Bible of his day, which was the law and the prophets, and would have said, "Hey, Jesus, here's the law and the prophets. Is it infallible? Is this infallible? Is this infallible?" Well, if you look what Jesus said when the Pharisees, I think it was the Pharisees, they came to him and was like, "Hey, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?" And Jesus said, at least how the King James Version reads, it's not lawful for every cause, only for the cause of fornication. So, and it says, Moses, for the hardness of your hearts, allowed you to, or something like that. So, actually, what do you think? How does that affect how you think? What if somebody would have said, "Hey, Jesus, here's the law and the prophets," which prophesied until John, by the way. Here's the law and the prophets. Is it infallible? Well, from what Jesus just said, no, it's not infallible. And what about the so-called New Testament? All right. Now, I'm not denying that I believe Jesus is the Son of God. I'm just saying, from Jesus' own words, we can conclude that the law and the prophets the law and the prophets taken together are definitely not infallible from what Jesus said. So it's not you having a problem with me, it's you having a problem. It would be you having a problem. If you do, it'd be you having a problem with what Jesus said. All right? And then in the so-called New Testament, the writings that are called the New Testament by some, like in the Bible, right? Of course, that's not really what the New Testament is. But Paul said, it's good for a man to remain even as I, a single man. Single, right? That's what Paul said. So Paul said one thing, it's good for a man to remain single. And God and Genesis said it's not good for a man to be alone. So here we have Paul saying one thing, God saying something else. So guess what? It's not the infallible Word of God. It's just not.